Champions League Red Star Belgrade vs Bodo/Glimt prediction, team news, lineups preview. Trailing by 1 goal from last week's first leg, Red Star Belgrade aim to salvage their Champions League dreams on Wednesday, when they welcome Bodo/Glimt to the Marakana. The Serbian side require a second leg fightback if they are to progress from the playoffs, so Glimt will start favourites to reach the group phase. Match preview. Last week, Red Star travelled north of the Arctic Circle in their pursuit of Champions League qualification, as they kicked off their latest European campaign in the high-stakes playoff round. Outplayed by hosts Bodo/Glimt for most of the match, the Serbian champions were 2 goals down and staring at an intimidating deficit ahead of this week's return, but an unlikely scorer pulled them back into it late on. Sneaking in at the back post, substitute Ognjen Mamovic scored his first senior goal in the 75th minute, leaving Crvena Zvezda with hope of turning the tie around. European champions in 1991. They have been much less successful of late, but having reached the Champions League group phase in both 2018 and 2019, they returned to Europe's top table last year. Taking only 1 point from 6 games saw Red Star finish bottom of the table. But having since won a 7th straight Serbian Superliga title, they are now back in contention. After returning for his second spell in charge, head coach Vladan Milojevic led them to more success. And despite having last week's league fixture postponed to aid their European ambitions, they are now leading the table again. Much like their playoff opponents, who have won 4 from 5 in domestic football so far. Bodo/Glimt are once again clear at the top in Norway's Eliteserien. Unlike Red Star, though, they have been in action since the first leg, cruising to a 6-0 home win over Sarpsborg that leaves them with an 8-point lead atop the table. Kjetil Knutsen's side have therefore scored 12 times in the process of winning their last 3 matches across all competitions, but that tally could have been even higher had they taken their chances last Tuesday. After Odin Jortoft's header went in off the crossbar, Isak Divik Mata curled home Glimt's second just after the hour mark, however, missing several other opportunities and then leaking a late goal leaves them with the slenderest of leads to protect. The Norwegian champions competed in last season's Europa Conference League, unluckily losing to Ajax in the knockout round playoffs, but they are now intent on reaching the Champions League group stage for the very first time. So, after winning 8 of their last 10 home matches in Europe, including 3 during qualifying this season, they must now try to finish the job in Belgrade. Team news. Despite defeat in Norway, Red Star's lineup should be similar to that which started the first leg, with Uroš Spajic skippering the side from centre-back and Senegalese striker Cherif Ndiaye leading the line up front. The latter should be supported by Peter Olayinka, but either Bruno Duarte or recent signing Felicio Milson may find themselves promoted from the bench as Vladan Milojevic seeks more attacking impetus on home turf. Elsewhere, South Korean duo Seol Youngwoo and Hwang In-beom are set to retain their places at full-back and in central midfield respectively. Bodo/Glimt are again without several absentees, including Nino Zugolj, Got Vedi, Bryce Wembangamo, and Norway defender Omar El Abdellaoui. After being restricted to substitute roles at the weekend, when both came off the bench to score, Kasper Haug and former AC Milan winger Jens Petter Hauge should be reunited in the final third. Meanwhile, captain Patrick Berg, who has found the net regularly in this year's Eliteserien, runs Glimt's engine room. Red Star Belgrade possible starting lineup: Ilic, Mimovic, Giga, Spajic, Seol, Elsnik, Hwang, Milson, Ivanic, Olayinka, Ndiaye. Bodo/Glimt possible starting lineup: Heikin, Stovvold, Jordoft, Gunderson, Jorkin, Fett, Berg, Evgen, Hauge, Haug, Mata. We say, Red Star Belgrade 1-1 Bodo/Glimt. Bodo/Glimt win 3-2 on aggregate. Bodo/Glimt should have a more substantial lead before arriving at the intimidating Marakana. But they can still hold firm in Serbia and edge through to the Champions League group stage. Converting chances was the Norwegian side's shortcoming last week, but 1 goal could be enough to qualify for the very first time. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.